marching off to war. We don't question what they do it for. A greater cause than who we are. When we get there, hit the floor. Close your eyes and see their face.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scotti Fraser about media.
Can't hear me. Why can't you hear me?
I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
I'm reading your lips. That's it.
What about now?
Do I need to log off, Joe?
I wish you would. Am I still no audio? Do I need to plug something in? Do I need to unplug something? What do I need to do? Tell me. I can do better. You tell me. Let's see. What's not? My microphone is turned on. Let's see here. Toggle switches. Where's those toggle switches you were telling me about? Audio, display. Yeah, everything's turned up. I'm going to blame you, Rock. Tell us what can you hear us?
There
at
we
all?
go.
You.
There we go.
Now you got me?
I got you.
Well, it was you. It was your fault.
It was Joe's fault. I didn't even log off.
See, I always blame Joe because I never know what button to touch. I just leave it alone. It's amazing how we don't change a fucking thing from week to week. Like we just press the off button and walk away. And you come back a week later and shit's all fucking changed because they update shit. Sorry, that was a rant. I apologize.
It's all good.
Dude, you look like you worked today as hard as I did. And I hate to see that.
I wouldn't say what I did was hard, but I did go to work, yes.
But you went to work, and that's the important part. Yeah. And I hate that for you. I'm sorry.
I mean, when I work more than 3 days a week, then you can hate it. But until then, it's okay.
I feel you, man. Retirement is not the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Me either. Look, I don't understand guys who retire and then they end up working 60 hours a week. I'm like, bro, it boggles me. I was like, do you need money that much?
No.
Because I can't do it. Now that I've lived this life, I don't ever want to go back.
I know. Doing 20 years in the military and then retiring is one of the best kept secrets on the planet. It's awesome. I'm totally cool with it. Yes, I agree. We're on the same page there, man. Because life is very good. And every couple of months I get to take away my wife to some place where it's warm and tropical, and there's umbrellas in her drinks, and life is good. And kids' colleges are paid for. The lights are turned on. Hey, Marty, the MRP party is here, man. We have an all-star cast of listeners tonight. Steve Bennett is listening tonight. Marty, the MRP party is listening tonight. Marty and I are supposed to go fishing in the next day. Whoa! Craig Stack Attack is here. Craig Stack is one of our literal first listeners to the show.
Oh.
He actually made one of the first donations so we could turn the lights on for this show. So glad you're here, Stack. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a hell of a show. We have Scotti Fraser coming up in about 10 minutes. And in about 1 minute, Allie better have her ass in the green room because she said she wanted to be on first. And I am not seeing her. So she better get her ass in there. So that's conversation. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Did Joe say something? What'd you say,
Joe
Joe?
said something.
We were supposed to fish yesterday? Okay.
It looks like you missed yesterday.
I know. I can't keep track of anything anymore. Oh my God, it's crazy. Rocky, what are you doing for the 4th?
I'm going up to see the boy.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So,
of all the places to do the 4th of July, that's the place.
Well, I don't know. No. He's at Fort Gordon, not Fort
Gordon.
So don't get too excited there. It's like, hold on, let's back this story up because you're like, oh, you're going to, America's Post, but no, I'm going to Fort Gordon, Augusta, Georgia to see the boy. So
how's he liking school?
He likes it. He says it's a little difficult. He's like, no, there's a lot to learn. I explained to him, I was like, you're doing 3 people's job now. So
yeah. He's a smart guy. He'll be fine.
Good job. Yeah, he's good with it. But yeah, he's liking it. So I figured I'd go up there and see him, spend the 4th with him and his spouse.
Are you a fireworks people?
I mean, not really. I will, but every time I do fireworks, something bad seems to happen. So
Allie just sent me a text message. She's like, "Hey, I need the link, bro. You're on everything. How do you not have the link to your own radio show? Keep talking. I'm listening. What do you call it?
What are you guys doing?
Friends that's bothered by fireworks, though?
No, not really. I'm good. Like if I can see them, I'm good.
Yeah, when they come sneaking up behind you, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, if I can see it, I'm good.
But yeah, we're on the same page. I don't. It doesn't bother me. Actually, hey, I'm kind of down with fireworks, to be completely honest. I need the link. Texting her the link right this second. Paste. You know what this means? She's going to be late, which means our interview is going to be late, which means we're not going to get to everything we want to get to, which is fine. It's our radio show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Until Joe shuts us off.
Exactly. When Joe at 7:00, when Joe hits
we can do what we want.
Button and we're out of here. But yeah. Hey, for those that don't know, we are on Heroes. We are simulcast now on Heroes Media Group. So thank you to Heroes Media Group. If you tuned in from WTF Radio, turn your knob back a couple notches. They are live. Go listen to Ice when he goes off the air. If you happen to tune back into us, that's super cool. We love you too. But WTF Nation, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being there. Half the West is literally on fire. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say to Rocky is so fireworks are Sandy's thing. That is her jam. She loves fireworks. And I'm down with it. I totally get it. But our state's on fire, bro. We're burning it. So probably not too many fireworks in Colorado this year. Ever seen a 4th of July drone show?
No, I've seen them on like YouTube and stuff, but I've never seen one in person.
Full disclosure, they pretty much rival the fireworks show. They're pretty fucking cool.
Really?
Some of the stuff they do with them. Yeah. We did to one last year that was over the city of Denver. And it was pretty badass. And they go on forever. They're like 45 minutes long. They're super cool. So
holy shit.
Yeah. I if you get a chance to go to a drone show instead of a fireworks show, highly recommend. She's got the link. I don't understand where the hell she is. I think she's blowing us off, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. The free state of Florida has plenty of fireworks. Come on down.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, because they're not going to burn down is why I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, Utah, like every place out west out here is on fire. So that's the thing is that, we do Never Forgotten every show, obviously. This is the week of Operation Red Wings, which is also Extortion 17, which was what we were going to, and we still may. There's a lot to talk about as far as Never Forgotten. Here in Colorado, we lost 3 firefighters this past weekend on the wildfires. So, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Never Forgotten, but that's a whole nother conversation, which we'll have towards the end of the show. But yeah, whatever, man. You're just going up to Fort Gordon for the weekend?
Yeah, just the weekend. I got to work on Monday, so I'll come back on Sunday. Leave Friday, come back Sunday.
It looks like Allie just dropped in, so hopefully she drops in and is interested in talking. Allie, can you hear us? Joe, can you bring her? All right, hey, Aloysius, what is up, big dog?
Hi, guys. How we doing?
We were making fun of you just a second ago. How do you not have the link to your own radio show? You're cracking me up, dog.
Oversight, I guess. I have people who do things for me, and my people didn't do things for me today. So
I never know when I text you first thing in the morning. I'm like, it's early for me. I hope it's not too early for her, even though you're on the west.
It's 10 minutes past 8:00 right now.
Yeah. It's almost bedtime for me if I was on the East Coast. So
I'm serious. Yeah, well, it's almost bedtime for Joe. So
all right, we need to jump into this quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Okay. What we got?
This bill that is going through right now. Are you tracking this war going on right now between the
kinda, and I keep getting conflicting like, oh no, this is great. Like, no, it's bad. No, it's great. No, it's bad. And I'm like, okay, is most of it good? But then for most of it to be good, what are we sacrificing? You know what I mean? Because like, I don't want any benefits taken away from anybody. Not from
Agree.
You know what I mean? So do we sacrifice the small amount so that the majority can prosper? Like this, I feel like this is a philosophical, moral question and not like, all right, you're a veteran. Cool. Here's your VA compensation.
My attitude is, why do we have to sacrifice anything to get anything? But I mean,
right.
That's my attitude. For those that aren't tracking, there is a bill going forward right now, and they're trying to be sneaky about it and push that shit under the wire. If you talk to the VFW is like, hey, you're stealing benefits from veterans. If you talk to, what's the other organization, the Legion, the
American Legion, the DAV,
and they're saying that, hey, this is a great thing for veterans. But if you dig a little bit deeper, it turns out that the person that's running for, or that is the head of the foreign or the American Legion, is running for Congress.
Isn't that something?
I have hurt with that. I have a lot of hurt with that. That gives me agita, like right here.
In Portuguese, we call that agnias.
I might start using your word. It's more fun.
Yeah, agnias. Yeah. It's spelled agonias, but it's pronounced agnias. Yeah.
But I'm going to say it agonias. So yeah. I'm going to say, my buddy Ali says.
agnias. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on it? Do you have thoughts on this? What is the rumor mill going around the VSO world? What should veterans be looking for?
Honestly, everybody has their own opinions, and it's hard.
Where should we go with our pitchforks and flame?
Yeah, well, DC, where else? I feel like everybody has their own opinion, and this is a thing where, like, yeah, if it benefits the majority, then, you know, we'll get rid of the 10% tinnitus. Like, fuck out of here, 10%. And I'm like, okay, but that 10% is a gateway for so many veterans. That 10% is the pathway to get you your VA healthcare. Because if you make too much money, so for those of you who don't know, let me go back. The VA is made up of 3 different legs. You have your service-connected compensation, your benefits. You have your VA healthcare, which they diagnose and treat. And then you have your national cemeteries. Yep, the cemeteries are VA run. So the only time where your income counts is if you have VA healthcare. If you have a service-connected disability, you do not have to disclose your income. So that 10%, it's a gateway. You know, and then on the flip side of that, you can't afford health insurance, like you're retired or whatever the fucking case may be. You can't afford health insurance. That 10% is your fucking healthcare. That's how you get into the VA. So to take away that, and then the 10% is also in most states your property tax exemption. So that's depending on where you live. For us, for the city of Taunton, it's $800 off of your property taxes.
Well, and you just had 3 years ago, we just had all these veterans completely inundated with emails and social media posts and phone calls and letters and all this shit from 3M saying, hey, our earplugs sucked. Sorry about that. Here's $5,000. And then 3 years later, the VA is saying to you, hey, your tinnitus isn't really worth 10%. And you're like, but those two things don't line up. So yeah, check my math, but I'm saying, hey, maybe 3M might've had something to do with this. Just I'm reaching for the stars here.
I'd like, because the lawsuit didn't come from the VA.
No.
When you got paid, it came from 3M money.
That's a class action lawsuit. Yeah.
Right. So really, the VA just needs to shut the fuck up and keep paying the 10%.
I am of the opinion
because weren't they were contracted, right? Like, why did so much of our military, why did our entire military have 3M earplugs? Because they were the contracting company, right? Like the government said, hey, 3M, I need 20 million earplugs, and 3M's like, here you go, right?
Yeah.
Layman's like basically bottom of the barrel. That's what happened. So now the VA is like, oh, my bad. Our government contracted with these guys. Okay, but you're still on the fucking hook for my hearing loss and my tinnitus. It is still your problem.
Yeah. You sent me to work in an airplane in a helicopter and made me deaf.
Right.
I shot a gun.
Right. My birthing area is by the fucking engines. So even when I sleep, the fucking engines are making noise and I still hear that. So you know what I mean? Like, bro, they own it.
You heard birthing area as well, right? Not
I did.
RTHING.
That's listen.
Did I say birthing or birthing?
I was like,
no, hey, baby birthing area.
I don't know. My hospital never had an engine next to it, but hey, that's all.
Yeah. That was a little too much fun all at once. All right, Allie, before I
don't know. I don't know who to listen to, and like this is like assholes. Everybody has one. I don't know.
Where's our savior Jon Stewart when we need him?
Dude, where has he been?
He's hosting the Daily Show again. He's busy.
I don't have TV, so I don't know. But like,
and
I have emailed him. I have written that man letters. I have reached out on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, everything. And I'm like, could you just fucking call me? Like, I'm not a fan, but like, I don't get starstruck. Just fucking call me. I have this thing that you need to tackle. Like, great job with the 9/11 guys. Now can we combat like the GWAT guys? Like, can we work with those guys?
Yeah. He admittedly, he's good at what and same. He's good at what he does, and damn, I love that he's passionate and can rally a cause, and good on him.
And he's intelligent, like me. I just fucking scream and shout until somebody hears me. But he's actually intelligent and can put together a sentence, and people listen to him.
Well, when they tried to snake those benefits out from underneath us, like 3-4 months ago? I mean, that was all we did was throw a temper tantrum, and they were like, "My bad."
Yeah, right. So I think us as Americans have become lazy and complacent. And I think that we just want to live our lives in peace. We don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to take up arms anymore. Just let me live my life. And I think that's the problem, because we should be like pitchforks and torches. Like, if we just collectively, we have an opportunity. We are so fucking smart and so capable, and we have experience. And I think if we just rallied together, I think we could achieve some good shit.
It's a culture loss, because that's the problem with losing the VFW and the Foreign Legion and places like that. These veterans used to gather at these places, have a beer together, and they would have conversations. And this is where they would come together with these conversations. We don't do that anymore. Instead, we doom scroll. We don't get together. And that's the problem. The Vietnam veterans paved the way for 100%. Us GWAT vets. We need to do the same for these Iran vets. It's our responsibility to hold the VA's feet to the fire and hold them accountable and not let them strip benefits. Those Vietnam veterans fought to get benefits for us, and look at how it paid off. Now we need to do the exact same thing for the veterans coming up behind us.
Agreed. But like, why is it so hard for us to do it? Why is it so hard to just, well, one, because we're still raising families, right? We're still working. We're not retired. We were able to come back to the workforce. The Vietnam guys had times were different. They had a completely different lifestyle when they came home. They weren't having, they weren't going back to their jobs. They weren't getting hired, so I think that's different. But fuck, we have social media. I have the entire world in this fucking thing. We should be able to rally everybody.
We are. You're doing it right this second. You've got this entire platform right here. I'm going to cut this up into nice little chunks, and I'm going to share it on TikTok and tag your sweet little ass in it, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah,
I need a rallying cry.
It's going to happen, bro. And they're going to hear Scotti Fraser singing, and they're going to love it, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And we got this.
Don't just fucking sit there because they're like, oh, it doesn't affect me. I'm at 100%. I'm at 90%. Okay, good for you. Congratulations. But when did you become a buddy fucker? Because we have guys who need that fucking 10%. Like, stop being selfish.
I haven't heard buddy fucker in like 10 years, bro.
I hear it every week in my office. It's like I never left the military. It's like I feel like I've served in Vietnam, in Korea, and OAF, OEF, in Iran, and World War II because everybody just tells me their stories, and I just hold on to everything.
I love Steve Bennett's comment right here. It needs to be on the VFW and the American Legion. They aren't doing anything to bring in the younger, more recently affected veterans into the fold or generate any type of interest. He's completely correct.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Have you been to a VFW or an American Legion or anything? Have you been to one lately?
My VFW is very different than the rest. I'm at Post 1. Yes. So yeah, I go to Post 1 a lot. Post 1 is very different. We do yoga. It's an art studio.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys like I don't smoke. I'm not much of a drinker. I'm female. Last time I walked into a VFW when I wasn't working as VSO, the guy called me fucking toots. And I'm like, I'm out. So they're not helping. Yeah. True story.
I'm changing your contact information in my phone to toots.
I'll slice you.
No, but they're not. He is 100% correct. There is nothing that entices a younger crowd. Like
no, they're doing it to themselves. They need to change the way they recruit. They need to change how they run their VFW meetings. They need to change how the programs and the events that are being held at the VFW. If you're not a drinker, you're not a smoker, then why am I going to go to the VFW? In the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I can go to literally any city and go talk to the VSO. I don't need to hang out with the VFW VSO, who is less educated and less trained than I am.
Allie, I could talk to you about this all night.
Yes, get our guest on.
Of my guest time. I got to get him on. So yes, love you. Thank you so much. Excellent conversation, and it needs to continue.
Yeah, absolutely will. Okay.
All right. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Allie.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right. So, yeah, we were supposed to bring our guest on like 7 minutes ago, but that was a worthwhile conversation that needed to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Scotti Fraser. Scotti, welcome to the show. I'm so sorry, dude.
You know what? I've enjoyed every minute of it so far. I'm going to be here with both of you guys right now. Thanks a lot.
Well, welcome to From the Ashes on About Face Media.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Big apologies. I never want to be a waster of your time, of a guest time, but that was one that needed a conversation that needed to happen. So
no apology needed. It's all important stuff, and I'm glad you guys had that conversation.
Well, can I say something real quick? Scotty's a good-looking dude.
I know, right?
Look at this guy.
There's no way he's doing Marine.
Well,
That's a lot of Botox. There's no way you're all natural, bro. There's a lot of Botox there, peptides, whole bunch of stuff. There's got to be. You're juicy. Come on.
There is a lot of specific food choices, and a lot of time in the gym is more like what it is. So,
yeah, I mean, you don't get a body like this.
Stay alive, man. Just trying to stay alive.
This is years of alcoholism and neglect right here. I mean,
yeah, I was in a branch of the military that was alcoholics with guns. So, absolutely understandable. That was part of the job description.
Joe, our producer, is a Marine, so he is very proud to have you on right now. He's very excited you're here.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Do any musicians come from any other branch but the Marine Corps?
No.
Well, I will jump on that right now.
This is my gun.
Thanks, Gunny. Your intro song from my dear friend Malachias, an Army veteran, right there. So,
all original.
Yeah.
That's yeah. There you go. See, Malachias was Army. Yeah. So excellent point. He was also Navy or something, wasn't he? He was a couple branches.
I don't know. I know he was a combat doc in the Army. That's what I know. We just played for the troops down on the border down here in Laredo, Texas, not that long ago. So he's a dear friend. I played in Nashville with him, and really, he's my spirit animal. He's an inspiration. He's a good dude.
Voodoo doll, spirit animal, could go either direction, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's Scotti. Let's start at the beginning. Our audience, of course, knows you from listening to your music, but they don't know your story. Let's start at the beginning. Obviously, you were a Marine. What branch were you in? And tell it what branch of service, and tell us why you decided to join that branch of service, and tell us what it was like.
Okay. I'll give you my elevator pitch. Ever since I was a little kid, as long as I can remember, I wanted to be two things, and not just one of two, but two things. I wanted to be a rock and roller, a musician, and from watching my hero Elvis, and I wanted to be a Marine. Specifically, I played in bands on the West Coast, where I'm originally from. I've been in Texas for many a long time now, and I played in bands, punk bands, rock and roll bands, and toured up and down the West Coast. Got to play some really cool places like the Fillmore Auditorium and the Whiskey in LA and stuff like that. But
wow,
as I went farther into those things, I liked the intensity of it. I liked traveling in a van and playing music, putting a smile on people's face and meeting new people. But something was missing, and I wanted that larger challenge. And for me, that was the Marine Corps, the Marine Corps infantry specifically. I felt that would be the biggest challenge that I could get to test myself and to see how far I could go. And the Marine Corps did not disappoint with those challenges. And I got the bad knees and shin splints to prove it. But so I joined the Marine Corps infantry. Actually, I didn't join the Marine Corps. I became a Marine. You don't join, you become one. And I spent a decade in the Marine Corps, and that had a combat time in Iraq during the push 2003 with the 1st Marines Infantry over there, and experienced those visceral and graphic experiences of frontline combat, which the caveat of this is drastically affected my outlook on life, seeing how beautiful and fragile that life is, and came home a very changed person, with a lot of challenges, some physical, some emotional, as a lot of us have. And I have these nightmares at 3:00 in the morning, and I go into my studio where I'm at now, and instead of reaching for the bottle, I reach for the guitar, and I start crafting these songs to digest my emotions and my thoughts and feelings about what I've seen and experienced. And I do that to inspire others to stand strong in the challenges of life, and to offer hope in hardship, and try to stem the tide of veteran suicide with the lyrics of my music.
That's amazing, and I would say that you're doing it very, very well done to you. And that explanation of it, or your telling of it, I know the people listening, it means a lot to them, because I know a lot of folks. Yeah, insomnia is a very real thing, right, for the veteran community. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of us sit up at 2:00 in the morning, like you described, and sit on the couch and try to figure out, right, you can only watch so many Seinfeld reruns before you're right, trying to figure out what the fuck to do with your life. I love that you gave that as an option.
Well, yeah, it really turned from something where I was, the long and tall of it is music speaks to everyone. All of us have that song that we remember, whether it's on our wedding dance, or when your grandfather passed away, the song that you played, or your daughter was born, all of those things. And we have those songs that got us through our deployments and got us through hardship. And as I write these songs and try and put hopeful, positive lyrics into the music and try to help other people come home from their hardship, I find it saving my own life. Everybody you meet is fighting some kind of battle. We're all fighting a battle in this life. So, man, it's a different battle with a different weapon. Put down the M16, and now it's a guitar.
That's absolutely amazing. I love you. I love the way you explain that and the color you put on it. Do you have one particular song that kind of stands out to you, that kind of like, hey, I was in a bad spot at this point. I put this down on paper and this is how it came out. And this is kind of what speaks to the rest of my community?
My song Never Surrender is kind of the flagship of what I do. Where I travel and my traveling through this year that will continue, we call the Never Surrender Tour. And that song, Never Surrender, it does say, I was broken for a while, a drop of blood for every mile. And it's, the chorus ends with this thematic statement. Thanks so much, Rico. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother. The chorus ends with this statement, and it's really not just a statement, it's a call to action. And the chorus says, I will never surrender on this life. And it repeats that. And at my live shows, I try and get the audience to sing along, because the things you say and the things that you think, you know, you speak into being, and hopefully you believe it. And if you're ready to jump off the edge and I can get you to commit to, I will never surrender on this life, then maybe it can keep someone alive one more day. So that's the flagship song right there. That's the whole mission, is never surrender.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You talked about how you just came off of playing a show for the troops on the border. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We partnered with another nonprofit organization. I started a record label called Sergeant Records. And what we
that was going to be one of my next questions. I love that it came up.
Yeah, we like to showcase veteran musicians, first responder musicians. We like to spotlight VSOs that are helping folks, and nonprofits as well. We actually we have a number of artists that we partner with that are on the website. We put on events to get veterans and people struggling, all people struggling, out of isolation and get them into community. And we like to provide resources, have different organizations have tables, set up resources at our events to give people, whatever they need, whether it's PTSD therapy or financial help, or we do a diaper drive and we do a Christmas toy drive every year. And we have a resources tab on the website, sergeantrecords.com, that has a number of resources nationwide. If folks, we can direct them to some help.
I love some of the things I'm seeing on here and some of the resources that you're offering as well. Around here, we are huge fans of Guitars for Vets. We like them a lot. It gets veterans at least started and at least builds them a foundation to get them in music. Obviously, you didn't need Guitars for Vets because you didn't start with them, because you were a musician before you ever joined the military. Veterans that are thinking about, hey, I'd love to pick up an instrument. Is a guitar a good place to start? Where would you recommend that they start, and where would they find resources for something like that?
Absolutely. Guitar is a great place to start. Piano as well. Any of those things, it's just scientifically proven that that music calms the savage beast, and it operates a different part of the brain. It heals the brain. We all love music. Music is it's a language that we all speak, right? Wherever we come from, whatever background. There's a number of resources out there, and we're going to start getting some of those guys on our resources tab on Sergeant Records now that you brought that up. Guitars for Vets, they're not hard to find. Operation Song, Camp Southern Ground with Zach Brown out there in Georgia. There's a number of those good ones out there.
Haven't heard of that one. Southern Ground, what's it called?
Camp Southern Ground. Zach Brown from the Zach Brown Band has a property out there in Georgia where they do that as well. And Operation Song, I believe, will partner with them and have people go out for about a week. You'll stay there, and you learn how to play the instrument. You learn how to perform. You learn a bit about the business, and that's another good resource out there too. Totally support those guys.
Oh, so like if they set you up for if you want to become a professional musician and you know this.
Right. They kind of help you get on your way. Yep.
Well, we'll have to reach out to them and find out a little bit more. All we're doing this year is veterans and skilled trades and veterans that work in music. So this is absolutely perfect.
Super
so
awesome.
which is how we came across you, which is the perfect combination. I love everything I'm hearing. With that being said, what does the rest of 2026 and 2027 look like for Scotti Fraser?
Well, a lot of moving parts.
That was a nervous laugh if I've ever heard it.
I might have bit off more than I can chew, but I do love traveling. I do love meeting people, and I do love playing music. And we're gonna be hitting the road. We're gonna be moving around a lot, and I gonna be back in San Antonio and some places in Texas, Galveston, Houston, where I live here, and there's some talks about some big faraway travel, possibly for 2027 that's popped up that, we'll just kind of leave it as a little teaser, but some puddle jumping possibly. So
saying we should pay attention is what I heard you say.
Yes, that's right.
I like it. Any hints on where we can find more information? ScottiFraser.com, is that a real thing?
ScottiFraser.com, www.ScottiFraser.com, Scotti with an I, Fraser with an S, just like on the screen. And ScottiFraser.com will have all of that, all the dates, all the upcoming shows and things like that. Also, SergeantRecords.com will have Sergeant Records events. We'll be doing more stuff with some of the VSOs, and looks like, we're in Nashville quite a bit, back and forth. So that'll be on the hit list as well.
And folks, I've been peeping both of his Instagrams for the last day or two and scrolling through and liking everything I can. So yeah, there's a lot of good resources on there as well. You should definitely peep that Instagram if you get a second. If you don't know, Rocky is really good at playing the recorder. He does an amazing rendition of Buns. So if you need any like backup musicians or anything like that, that's your man right there. And Florida is not far from Texas. So I haven't heard your cover of Hot Cross Buns yet, but that's your man.
Listen, my dancing is better than my recording playing. So if you need backup dancers, I'm your guy.
It's true.
You're hired. You're hired.
This was the best job interview I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Hot Cross Buns, dancing, and the recorder got me the job. Think of the tens and tens of dollars you'll make.
Look at us just building partnerships in the veteran community. Rocky's looking for his recorder right now.
I'm like, where'd it go? Damn it. Joke's on you when I show up with it next week, all right? I'll have to come back so I can audition.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I didn't even know that they made professional recorders. Oh my God. All right. Couple things, Scotti. Well, first of all, a couple other things. Dude, did you hear that chick in the Marine Corps band singing at that UFC event?
I did not hear her.
Oh, she did you guys justice. Let's just put it that way.
Awesome.
To say the least, I mean, wow, she did the Marine Corps justice.
That whole band did it good. That whole band was on point.
If they hadn't said that it was a live band, I would have thought it was a DJ because they were playing all kinds of modern music. I had no idea. She was killing it.
Super awesome. Representing.
Rock, I'll give him the speech about the what do you call it? About the safety brief, and I'll let you handle the last 2 minutes. All right, Scotti, check it out. So when you were in the Marines and you were enlisted, every Friday at 5:00, you got your end or 1,600, 1,800. You're more like closer to 1,800, depending on what you were doing.
Yeah. First sergeant and staff sergeant, and everybody was done talking.
Exactly. You got your weekend safety brief, but we do this show on Mondays, so the safety brief has to last all week. So what do you have for our listening audience for the safety brief at the end of the show that's going to last our audience the whole week? You got anything good?
Well, I would tell you, I'm going to tone it down for our mixed crowd possible audience. You might have a pretty rough bunch that listens more like my crew in the barracks, but I will say, ensure that you don't stick anything in any orifice that you can't get out. And, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if you go into town, don't do anything that'll get you thrown in jail. And if you do get thrown in jail, establish dominance immediately.
I love that every guest is don't stick your pee-pee where it don't belong. Every guest should tell us something about our dicks, gentlemen.
Well, they say that the Marine Corps dress blues is one of the top leading causes of pregnancy worldwide. So
that's awesome. Actually, that's a good one. Joe's going to bring that up later. It's all yours, Rack.
So, Scotti, what we do at the end, this is all you now, buddy. It was great to meet you, but what we want you to do is just give your elevator pitch towards the end. Anywhere anybody can support you, where they can find you, anything else you want to share that we may not have asked you in this, 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
So it's all yours, buddy.
Once again, my name is Scotti Fraser. I'm a Marine Corps combat veteran, and my experiences in frontline graphic combat affected my perspective that I want to bring hope and empowerment through my original music to listeners. My mission is to inspire others to never surrender on this life. I would love you to check out scottifraser.com for all content, see what I'm about, and also to check out the YouTube channel. Everything is on. There's 20 songs in my discography, just released the 20th, and on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Pandora, everything you can think of. And I'd love you to go on and listen. Keep an eye out for myself coming solo or with band, traveling around the country. And the final caveat is this, my friends. Those tattoos on your skin and the scars on your heart tell your story. And your story matters. Your story is important. You are important. And the world is a better place with you in it. We have so much that makes us more similar than different. Everyone you meet in this life is fighting a battle. Everyone has experienced love, and everyone has experienced heartbreak. I would be willing to bet that everyone watching this, someone cried tears of joy when you were born. And I'd be willing to bet most everyone watching this that someone will cry tears of sadness when you're gone. But just remember, your story matters. The tattoos and the scars on your heart and on your body will tell that story. The world is a better place with you in it. Never surrender on this life.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Ira! Those are only words that can be spoken by a songwriter. Yep. Those are only words that can be spoken by a songwriter. If I tried to say that shit, that'd come off lame as hell. Very well done.
And I've seen your tattoos, so.
Yeah, they suck. So you get it. He gets it. He absolutely get it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking to Scotti Fraser with Sergeant Records. Hey, this is your new summer playlist. This is your cruising summer playlist. Download it on Spotify. Go check out him on the gram. If you see him on a playlist, if you see that he's coming to your town, go get a ticket. Go give him a listen. You will not be disappointed. Scotti, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your Monday night, being here on From the Ashes. Really, really appreciate it. And your publicist, your lovely wife, has been a pleasure to work with. You guys are an amazing team. Love it. Thank you for being here tonight.
I really appreciate it, both of you guys. It was an absolute honor. Thanks for welcoming me in, part of the team, part of family. And it was an absolute honor to serve in the Marines, and now it's an absolute honor to serve with music.
Have a great rest of your evening.
See you later, Scotti.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Dude, I'm really grooving on this series that we're doing with veterans and music. I'm having a good time with this. I'm discovering all kinds of music and great people.
They've been a great bunch of guys like that you've had on.
Yeah,
our challenge would be to find a female. That's the challenge.
They're coming up. It's coming up.
Oh, okay.
22 Records has a long list of veterans. My obstacle, it's all country music. I'm not a big country guy. I'm looking for guys that I'm interested in. Who's doing heavy metal? Do we have a rapper? Do we have anything? Something different. A lot of guys are doing country music, and I understand why. We're drawn to the genre, and it's our crowd.
Do you think we could get Ice-T?
That would be
He
cool.
was in the Army.
On Austin Letterman for you and Joe. Have you seen that video that's going around where all it is his face really up close and he goes, "Where's your rifle?"
No, I haven't.
I've been sent that like 16 times. And I'm like, I fucking hate that video. You haven't gotten that one yet?
No.
Yeah, I'm working on getting him. Obviously, we have Sergeant Major Vinning next week for the nation's birthday. It's going to be awesome. Country music supports veterans. That's a perspective I hadn't heard. Okay. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Trying to think of other genres that we're interested in. I mean, you and I bonded over the Beastie Boys. And
I would agree, though, that sentiment of country music supports veterans. There have been, if you really look back, the amount of country music songs that are patriotic. There are other genres. I think they're far and few between compared to that country music. So having Scotti on and listening to his music was fantastic because it shows, hey, there are guys out there who, other than, country music that can sing patriotically. I don't know.
No,
I'm making up my own words now.
No, you're George Bushing it right this second.
Yeah.
The symbology. Yeah, I agree. I get where you're going. No, I get you. Country music, yes, it has that vein to it of patriotism. Ice Tree T veteran, bring his ass, and decent actor if you like Law and Order. Truth, and that is a good point. I'm trying to think. I remember Five Finger Death Punch. People call that a patriotic band. I've seen them a couple of times. I'm trying to think of who else. Heavy metal. I really can't. Maybe it's because I'm pigeonholed right this second, but I really can't think off the top of my head of other. But yeah, country music seems to just kind of fit it. So I guess it works. But yeah. Like I said, that was one of the things that you and I grew up on was, Beastie Boys. I'm trying to think of what else. I remember you and I trading back and forth because neither one of us liked it. Was it Eminem and who was the other one that we did going back and forth with when we were in Germany? It was Eminem and something else that came out at the same time that we were.
Look, I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
I know, right?
So you're asking me about something that happened 30 years ago.
It was literally 30 years ago. I want to say it was Kid Rock, but we were going back and forth with Eminem and Kid Rock. But hey, that could just be me. But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. Yeah. Well, there you go. The lead singer, Stained. Yeah. That dude went from whatever you would call that, grunge, I guess, to he now makes country music and it's hyper patriotic. So I guess you're completely right. So, but yeah. All right. I have not even looked at today's Carl's. Have you? I've been
I didn't see it. Oh yes, I did because I was looking at this and I was going, "What the hell is that?"
That's it. They're dicks. They're all right. So this is a picture take. I love this. This comes from WTF Moments. This is why WTF Moments exists. So this is a text message that went out to a battalion. Is this one of our soldiers' vehicles? If so, they need to change the caps on their tires and valve stems. The sooner the better. I heard someone may have been going around replacing these as a joke. Either way, it needs to be changed and stopped. This is not appropriate. If it is ours, then it should have been caught during the mandatory vehicle inspections. Vehicle is currently parked at HHB near 3718. What you don't get... What Joe is showing us right now is the valve stem covers that you can get. You can get dick-shaped valve stem covers. I feel like our video might get edited on YouTube. Call me crazy. I'm reaching here. I get it. But yeah, it looks like our video might get edited. I'd love to know, was this a female sergeant major? And if not, what the fuck happened to our military? When did we become these giant wimps where dick valve stem covers are bothering people? Am I off base here, Rock?
Oh, not at all. Like where, okay, I got it. It was funny. Now let's take them off. But does it really have to be that far?
where it's worthy of a text to the whole battalion.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's so crazy.
I,
It took me forever to like. I stared at that thing super. I was like, "What the hell is it?" I see it's green. That's all I could see.
you realize if you had just sent that same thing to your son and asked him, he'd have answered you in 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, you're probably like, "Dad, that's what it is." He's like, "I put those on my new truck. Don't worry."
Dude, I love your background.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Joe made me change it.
To that?
Yeah, no, I changed it to that. My first one, I had a different one up there. He made me change it.
Why? What? No, don't tell them. I like your background though. That's awesome. What do you call it? Do you remember when we were first going into Iraq and in 03 timeframe, and they had a couple of like lieutenant colonels that got pissed off at the names on like some of the gun barrels on the tanks, and it made the front page of the Army Times. Do you remember this at all? I realized we were busy at the time.
Okay. I don't. I remember we used to call it a donkey dick, and
Do we not call it that anymore?
I don't think they call it that anymore.
No. Oh no.
I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that they probably don't call it that anymore.
I would love to know what it's called now. I should find myself a soldier and ask what it is called.
You know what? I'm going to text the young E5 real quick, and I'm going to ask him what they.
That's
do you
all.
guys still use? I'm just going to ask him if they still use donkey dicks.
That's awesome.
We'll see what he says.
Yeah. I would AliExpress thousands of them. Barracks lots have their way. More cars than them now. Yeah. See, Marty, the MRP party's got it right. That was a platoon sergeant at one point. So he gets it. And that was a scout platoon sergeant at one point. So he gets it. I agree. Yeah, exactly, Marty. I agree. If that text message went out when I was in, say 135 armor, every single car the next day would have those fucking valve stem caps on them.
Oh yeah, I would have been Amazon in 100 packs. Let's go.
Well, we used to do this in our fucking housing complex to each other. What am I talking about? We were horrible to each other. It was great. Whatever, man. I don't know. All right. With all that being said, before we end the show, we got to do a little bit of Never Forgotten. So I hate ending this way, but yeah, go ahead and bring it up, Joe. Let's see what we got. I know we got a lot of them to talk about. Obviously, last week was the anniversary of Operation Red Wings. Yeah, we all know, you've all seen the movie Lone Survivor. You all know the story. We don't need to dig into things too deeply. But it is coming up again it's bringing up a lot of things for a lot of people over the last few weeks. The names are listed on the screen. I'm going to read them off because I think it's important to remember these young men's names. Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy, sonar technician, 2nd class, Matthew Axelson, machinist mate, 2nd class, Eric S. Patton, senior chief information systems, Daniel R. Healy, quartermaster, 2nd class, James Suh, gunner's mate, 2nd class, Danny Dietz, chief fire controlman, Jakes Fonten, lieutenant commander, Eric Christensen, electronics technician, 1st class, Jeffrey Lucas, lieutenant Michael M. McGreevy Jr., hospital corpsman, 1st class, Jeffrey Taylor, staff sergeant, Seamus O. Gore, chief warrant officer, Corey J. Goodnature, sergeant Kip A. Jacoby, sergeant 1st class, Marcus Morales, Sergeant Stephen C. Reich, Sergeant 1st class, Michael L. Russell, Chief Warrant Officer, Chris J. Schirkenbach, Master Sergeant James W. Ponder III. His nickname was Elvis. It's kind of funny that Scotti Fraser brought that up. Master Sergeant Ponder's nickname was Elvis. Ladies and gentlemen, the anniversary of this tragedy the largest loss of life in our special operations community to date. When you drop to your knees tonight and you say your prayers, when you're sitting around your dinner table and you're saying your prayers to your family, don't just, yes, remember these men in your prayers, but remember that their families, remember their comrades. If you've watched the movie In Waves and War, which you should watch that movie, it's on Netflix and it's free. You remember and you hear how those names affected the men around them. When you say your prayers tonight, include those men in your prayers as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it for tonight. Next week when we come back, there will be no segments on the show. When we come back next week, we're going to have Sergeant Major Mike Vinning on the show. He is going to get the whole hour. He has a book coming out called Blasting Through. That will be released in August. He's coming on and he's going to talk to the veteran community about his time serving as a plank owner in Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta. We are really looking forward to having Sergeant Major Vinning on the show. It's going to be a really good show. If you have children, we're going to clean up our language for this show out of respect for Sergeant Major Vinning. If you have children or young men or women that are thinking about enlisting in the United States military, you should sit them down in front of the show next week. This is a nation's hero that you want to hear speak. So bring your family around the show, bring your kids in. If you have a young man or woman who is thinking about enlisting or joining the United States military in any sense of the word, this is where you want them to be. We're going to end it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You're probably going to flip right over to WTF Radio. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Scotti Fraser, for being a part of From the Ashes Radio. Always welcome on the show. Thanks for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your night.
I was broken for a while, a drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life.